You surprised you're not playing this game in Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we're not in Texas this year, but we're playing Texas. So, I think we always, for a while now, had Texas involved, either playing there or playing them. So, I figured we would be an 8 seed, 8-9 seed, and, I was hoping we would move up to a 7, but we didn't. And we're 8 seed, and, we're playing pretty close, which is nice. It's the first time in a while that we played pretty close, so that's nice. And then, Texas, I don't know a lot about Texas. I'll be honest with you. We thought we really were going to be playing, with Baylor in that area. So, but we'll get all that information tonight and film and start breaking them down. I know some of the players they have. I just haven't watched them on film. So we'll do that tonight and tomorrow and get ready for them.
What have you been doing since the Big East tournament?
Well, we gave them off. We had a travel day, and then I gave them 2 days off, let them recover a little bit, and then we come back. And we've been doing a lot of fundamentals. We've been breaking down a lot, doing a lot of drills, doing a lot of up and down transition type stuff, just getting, because we really hadn't been able to do that for a while when you get into the season like that, because you don't want to wear them down and get up and down the floor as much. So we've been getting up and down the floor a good bit and working on things.
What should you dwell on the Notre Dame game, if at all, or just bring it off to a bad?
Not a lot. I did more. I took the stats from the 3 games in the tournament and read off the stats and told them, if I'd told you all these would have been our stats, especially offensive stats, and I'd told you we would have been 2-1, you would never have believed it. And, the thing is, our window's so small because when we don't score, we almost have to be perfect on defense. And so we've been working on a lot of that and what teams were doing to us going down the stretch, sagging off certain players, sagging on certain players, double teaming. So we've been working a lot on that type of stuff.
Mike, does this team surpass its goals that you had for it at the start of the season?
Yeah, I think so. Anytime you lose 85% or 86% of your offense and 5 seniors, which gave you a lot of leadership, I knew we had, especially on the inside, we had some veteran players back, but on the perimeter, we were going to be very, very young. So, I think they bought into everything we asked. I think, we probably lost some games we shouldn't have lost, and we won some games we probably shouldn't have won. But, that give credit to them that they bought in what we asked them to do, and I'm very proud of them. I told them even after Notre Dame game, I'm very proud of them for what they did throughout the season. I just wasn't proud of them for that game. I mean, there was a difference. But, I think they've done a great job. They've done everything we've asked of them. And, this is another step. This is going to be big for these young players to see what kind of atmosphere. And everybody steps their game up come tournament time. And this will be give them an opportunity to experience that.
How are you health-wise going into this week?
We're pretty Brooke Hampton has not practiced since first half of the Georgetown game, I guess. Has not been on the floor. We're hoping to get her back as soon as possible. Other than that, we're pretty healthy. We had a couple girls tweak their ankle and practice a little bit, but they're back. So other than that, we're pretty healthy.
You had a pretty good chance, well, just briefly, to take a look at that regional bracket. What do you think of it, top to bottom?
I'll be honest with you. I looked at it, but I really didn't look at it. I know we played Texas, and if we win that, we probably play Stanford. So I really didn't look past that. No. So we got Texas. We'll have our hands full, and it'll be a great game. And if we're fortunate enough to win that, and I'm sure it'll be Stanford out there that we'll have to play. So we get past that, I'll look at that. But right now, I'm just looking at them too, because really going into that, you need to be prepared for both of them. And do a little bit in practice for both of them and get your team ready.
How do you go about doing that in terms of scouting, multiple opponents that are coming up and actually preparing the girls, since there will be a short turnaround if they were able to win the first game?
Yeah, we do. I mean, that's why it's good we have some practices coming up, because, we'll throw in, offensively what both teams do. We'll try to defend that. We'll throw in what they do defensively, presses, that type of stuff. So, it gives an opportunity, not really talking about Stanford, but really doing some of the things they do. Whether, they don't even realize we're going against them, but we are going against some of the stuff that they do. So, the biggest thing is we need to practice it, because for us to work on it just one day and try to play Stanford is not going to work for us. So, it's good that we have some practices coming up.
Anything else for Coach?
In the men's tournament, Mike, there's always dream teams that come out of 9 seeds, 10 seeds, or whatever, and make a run of some kind. It doesn't happen that much in the women's game. Why is that, and is there, can you allow yourself to dream like that?
Yeah, I go in every game, and hopefully our team does, that no matter who we're playing, we got an opportunity to win. And we try to have our players feel that way too. I think you saw a little bit more of that this year in women's basketball. For example, you saw us go at Notre Dame, beat Notre Dame when they were number 2 in the country. You saw St. John's go to Connecticut and beat them when they hadn't lost a game on their home floor for years. So I think it's happening a little bit more, and it'll happen more in the future. There for a long time, most of your All-Americans and your great players throughout the country were going to 3, 4, 5 schools, unlike the men where they spread out a little bit more. They want to go make a name for themselves. And I'm hoping, that on the girls' side, that'll start happening also. I'd rather go somewhere that they haven't won a national championship and make a name for myself, and not go to the same school and continue try to win a national championship. So I think it's getting better on the women's side. I think it has a long way to go, but I think you're starting to see a little bit of that once in a while that you never saw like 3, 4, 5 years ago.